The roast of Kevin Hart happened on May 10th, 2026, which is over 2 weeks ago. Yet somehow it is still in the news, with Kevin Hart receiving some backlash over a joke that Tony Hinchcliffe did. Let's go ahead and watch the two jokes that made the most noise at the roast of Kevin Hart.
Tony reminds me of Charlie Kirk, in that he's definitely been on camera letting a guy unload in his throat.
Oh.
The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Tony...
I actually think that's kind of funny. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know. Those are the two jokes that made headlines. The PC crowd heard those jokes, and oh man, they haven't stopped complaining. Well, they haven't stopped complaining a day in their life, but they have not stopped complaining for the last 2 weeks. More specifically about the George Floyd getting killed than the Charlie Kirk joke. So it's very interesting. Here's Chelsea Handler. She went on a podcast to talk about how disgusting and Nazi-ish the roast was. So let's go ahead and watch that. That should be good. Buffer. Come on, Buffer. What is going on? I apologize for that. I don't know what is going on with this Chelsea Handler clip. Chelsea, obviously during the roast, she was attacked. Bear in mind, this is a roast, okay? So people need to remember this is a roast. And, you take, these are jokes, but it seems like people are like maybe taking them to heart a little bit, It's like...
Say that I'm a whore.
It's like... It's comedy. It's funny. You make fun of people. That's what roasts are. But Chelsea Handler's problem is that she is too emotional, and she takes it personal when it's not supposed to be a personal thing at all. And these people are doing their jobs as roasters by roasting Kevin Hart. And it's weird because Kevin Hart doesn't even care about the jokes that were made. She is saying, oh well, I'm offended for Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart's not even offended. So here's the Chelsea Handler clip. She was on some podcast talking about how she's a victim somehow.
I don't have a lot of I'm 51, so I'm pretty secure with who I am. Yeah. I don't care if these guys say that I'm a whore. I'm doing a...
Hold on. Let's look at this picture right here. Does this guy, he's kind of looking at her like he's ready to tap it or something. He's like, oh yeah, baby, I hear you with your fine Jewish mouth.
I'm doing exactly what they're doing, except I'm a woman, and
oh
I'm
my
allowed
gosh.
to. That's real. Yeah, I'm rich, I'm famous, and I'm hot, so I'm fucking people. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing that as long as I remain as fuckable as I am.
Alright, so you can clearly tell that Chelsea Handler is a little bit of a narcissist here. Is she hot? That's debatable. I mean, it's funny that she says she's hot, because she's not really that hot. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But let me know in the comment section down below if you think Chelsea Handler's hot, because I don't think she's really that hot. She's okay. She's okay, well, I'm at a bar. She's not the worst person here, so I would, I guess.
So I don't really see the problem.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of other women should feel the same way out there, especially women that I run into.
Yeah, whether you're famous, whether you're famous or rich, that those don't apply. But like the idea that, like, what were they gonna say about me? They couldn't say anything.
Hold on. What? Why? Why do people feel the need to lecture? Why are they going after women? You know, oh well, women should feel like this, and I feel like women. Like, why are you lecturing women on how they're supposed to act? Yeah, just let people be real. You know, not tell them how to act to fit your stereotype.
Other than that, I'm a whore or my age. I think that was the other thing that they went in. And you're like, well, okay, those aren't jokes. That's not clever writing. And I knew they would be lazy because they.
Okay, so right here, Chelsea says those aren't jokes. But well, that's exactly what they are. They are jokes. Okay, you know, just. So that leads me to believe that maybe her jokes that she was saying about other people were not really jokes. They were just trying to dig at people, you know, and get people to laugh at them, as opposed to jokes where you're supposed to make people laugh, you know, not feel bad about themselves. There's kind of a difference there. And it being a roast, like, I don't think she understands the concept of a roast. Okay, this is a roast. This is what people do. They roast people. Like, what are you doing? Oh, these aren't jokes. What? Like, you're literally taking it and making it something serious. Like it's a rap battle or some, you know, fake gay thing. Like, no, these are jokes. So weird.
They do that for a living. And I knew enough about, like, Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane and their backgrounds. I had ex-girlfriends blowing up my DMs that had dated Shane and were telling me stuff about him. So based on that, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty bad.
So you had something on him that you was on. You could have. Tell us now. What shit, Shane?
It's just everything we know, that they're racist, that they're bigots, that they're sexist. You know, that they think they're, like, invincible, that they've been canceled for being, like, you know.
This is the epitome of the cat lady. Like, she doesn't like men, but she does like to have sex with men. But she doesn't like men. Like, she doesn't like men. You can tell. She says, oh, they think they're invincible. Okay, that's a lie. Oh, they're racist and sexist and homophobic and da-da-da-da. All lies. Like, she's just creating headlines right here. Because these are all lies. Everybody knows they're lies. Like, what are you doing? This is slander. Like, and she's not even joking. Like, these aren't jokes. She honestly believes this stuff, which also makes me believe that what she was saying at the roast, they weren't jokes. Like, she's not joking around. She's just not a very nice person. That's what it is. She's a mean girl. This is a mean girl. You don't. I would say to women, don't act like this. This is how you become a 51-year-old single cat lady. That's you want to be that. That's great. Good for you. But this is it. This is the face of the single cat lady. And she's lecturing you, and she's telling you that you need to change and you need to be different. But to be like her, like, why is a cat lady telling people that they need to be different and change?
Shane got fired from SNL, but then was on SNL years later. So he got fired. So what happened in between those two events? So he believes, this is per one of his exes, that he's invincible. He's like, doesn't matter. I can say anything I want.
Yeah. Do you think that
if Shane Gillis is canceled, then I want to be canceled. Bottom line, Shane Gillis is selling out football fields. It's like, cancel me, please. I'm talking to 5 people on YouTube. He's selling out football fields. So either someone's lying or someone's lying. And I'm going to go with someone's lying. Anyways, Tony Hinchcliffe looks like he's been thinking about this a lot. And he returned to his show Kill Tony and discussed the Kevin Hart roast and all the mean people that were not joking when they were supposed to be making roast jokes.
Kevin Hart was something else, huh? It's the first time I've been called a Nazi multiple times in just a few hours. I guess that's what LA writers' rooms, all these a lot of mentally ill liberals out there that somehow with all these fucking blacks and Jews and Mexicans around me, I guess I'm a fucking Nazi somehow. I guess the guy that pulls names out of a bucket giving everybody an opportunity is a Nazi. Isn't that something? I was called that by a bunch of people that have never written anything in their lives, that literally have just been reading cue cards and teleprompters every project they've ever done, with the inability to improvise whatsoever. No opportunity to have their own thought. They just read what the writers wrote for them without any originality whatsoever. And the writers I used to work with, there's a few great writers in that writer's room, and the rest of them are just living in a bubble of mental illness, and it's very exciting. But, I mean, the most of it, you know what I mean? I got called a Nazi, gay, a racist over and over again. I'm none of those 3 things. A little fun fact.
So Tony Hinchcliffe clearing the air. He's not a Nazi, apparently. Who knew? That's really their go-to move, is to call you a Nazi or a white supremacist. Are we really surprised that they called all the white guys Nazis? No. I mean, if you want to talk about lazy writing, that's lazy writing 101. They've used that rhetoric, those quote-unquote jokes for years, and they're not even funny, like, honestly. You want to say the George Floyd joke isn't funny. What about the Nazi jokes that you made? Like, do you think those are funny? Because I think your idea of humor is a little bit off. And so after getting a ton of, or not a ton, but the low IQ people that watch roasts that aren't fans of roasts and don't really know anything about roasts, but yet tuned into this roast and were surprised that they got a roast and didn't like a few of the jokes. They, you know, there's some of them on Twitter. And anyways, Kevin Hart went on to the Low IQ Breakfast Club to talk about it.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new.
100%. And this is, I think I might have mentioned this earlier. This is what jokes are. I mean, this is what roasts are. Like, people roast each other every single year. It's been going on forever. I've seen a bunch of them. You know, like the George Floyd joke didn't shock me at all. Like, I've heard worse. I've seen, you know, I've heard worse. Heard way worse. If you're a fan of comedy, as long as I've been, you know, you've probably heard way worse. So, and you're not surprised. And these are veteran comedy writers. You know, Chelsea Handler reads. Is she a comedian? You know, she reads a script. You know, a lot of the LA writers write a script for people like Chelsea Handler, and but these are comedians that have been doing this for 20, 30 years. George Floyd joke is not a Charlie Kirk joke is not. They're a little bit shocking, yes, but it's not the end of the world like people are making it out to be. It's a little crazy.
This isn't a new. It's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean that's why you're there. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. People are talking about his joke. Talk about his set. You're taking one joke and, you're saying, okay, well, he made this joke. He's a bad person, blah, da, 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 da. Or that joke was distasteful, or whatever the PC people are saying. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to them. But whatever negativity that they are spewing out into the world, in this case, it is one joke out of many jokes. And Tony Hinchcliffe, not gonna lie, he killed it. Like he killed the Kevin Hart roast. He was one of the best people up there. So you're kind of downgrading what he did, like his whole set, one of the best sets of the night, and you're making it about this one joke, as a sort of way, and it seems like almost like you're trying to like lower his comedy and label it as like white supremacist comedy or something along that nature, when it was a joke at a roast in a set that was good. So it wasn't white supremacist comedy, it was just a roast comedy. And people that don't watch roasts, if you don't like roasts and you turn into a roast and you watch this comedy and you're like, wow, I don't like this, well, then turn it off, But like, there's political tools out there that will take this politics and they'll make it political and turn it into a Democrat, Republican thing, and just kind of create this whole division between people when everybody should just be kind of getting along, and it's, Chelsea Handler, I don't know why she's saying it's white supremacy, and maybe she's paranoid, she's, for a Jew to call somebody a white supremacist that is obviously not a white supremacist is a little concerning, if you ask me. But we were not going to get into that whole thing. I think that it's a roast. At the end of the day, it's a roast. That's all it is. It's a roast. And people are turning it into a rap battle, This is an 8 Mile, I know she dated 50 Cent, but this is an 8 Mile. Okay, these are jokes. So people are kind of blending this whole fake reality where these jokes are actually like not funny because they hurt my feelings or something, and it's like, well, these are jokes, They might be, you might consider them narcissistic or racist or, sexist or stupid or a dad joke or whatever, whatever label you want to put on them, it's a joke. Okay. If you don't want to see those jokes, don't tune into the roast.